of my favorite things about creating content this time of the year is that I get to create gift guides for you guys. And whether it's shopping for yourself, shopping for a friend, or helping people shop for you, I love being able to give you guys gift inspiration in every single category. So today we are doing our first, for YouTube, annual Christmas gift guide. Our first section is our luxury lovers, and this is exactly what you think it's going to be. But our first item is probably on the lower end of the luxury side. It is this gorgeous Dolce & Gabbana coffee maker. It's a like traditional stovetop coffee maker. It has that really beautiful Dolce & Gabbana design on top. It's red. It's a really vibrant pop of color. This is going to be a very like unique gift. Like I can think of a lot of friends that probably don't go towards this, but the people who love it are going to absolutely love it. And it's just that thing that you're gonna get to use every single day. It's a lot of fun and it adds that like vibrancy into your morning routine. Now this Dior lip set also comes with its own like mini clutch, which is nice if you maybe want to have like a Dior bag but you're not in the Dior budget yet for those kind of handbags. I saw Amelia post this and it was so cute, and the colors are really nice. The lipsticks are really great. You're getting like a nice neutral shade. There's a red, there's a good like burgundy. You're getting 4 lips, a bigger one, and 3 there a little bit smaller, as well as this like nice little clutch moment that's going to be so easy to wear for a night out, or if you just want a little sparkle with your outfit. Literally got a text from my best friend this morning. I literally got a text this morning from my best friend after posting this gift guide on the blog because she's already adding this to her wish list. It is such a gorgeous bag from YSL, and I feel like I really have loved a lot of color this year. We've done a lot of Barbie, we've done a lot of pink, but if I'm buying for somebody else or if I'm gift giving in like a way where maybe it's a bit more of an investment, I want to make sure that it's something that they can wear and use on repeat. And this is that bag. It comes in quite a few colors, but this specific color just feels like that fall color you always really want in your collection, and it's that like right specific shade of brown, and she's perfect, not too big, not too small. Now in the past I've not been somebody who's owned a lot of neutral makeup palettes, and once I bought one I started using it every single day and I can't imagine my life without it. And I feel like Patrick Ta is that person who really nails making makeup products that work for those who are really experienced and those are really casual makeup wearers, and this covers all of your bases. You've got a few bits of cream products in there to add some liner, to play with some maybe textures or do some things that maybe you wouldn't normally do but would be fun to try, and then you've got all of the neutrals that you're gonna need for everyday use. Like you cannot go wrong with this palette, but she's also a little bit more than your average makeup palette, and I feel like that's what makes her a luxury moment. Now I did see this colorful palette from Charlotte Tilbury on Saks, and honestly any Charlotte Tilbury moment just feels like a luxury moment to me. I always love seeing what she comes out with, and this is one of those things that's going to be limited edition, but it's got like those fun little pops. You've got the pink, you've got the blue, you've got the glitters that really just add a little bit to your look, but you've also got some nice neutral colors in there. So this is one of those that just fits in that niche but is still very, very useful and allows you to add a little bit of fun into your everyday makeup. I have 2 teddy bags in this year's gift guide, and this Jacquemus one is just calling my name. I really love this specific style of bag. It's not too big, it's not too small. It really adds just a little bit of intention. It shows that you've got that like accessory moment, especially if you're in Florida. You want to have pieces that really give the fall vibe because you're not going to be adding tons of layers, tons of jackets, tons of other things. And this is that bag for me. It just adds that bit of like cozy fun to a look, but like I don't have to wear all of the layers, because if I wore all of the layers I would sweat into a puddle like a whole lot. Now there is a Baccarat Rouge candle, and I am obsessed with this specific scent, and I feel like this specific candle is just that moment. It's the thing that you give yourself, it's the thing you give a friend, it's the thing that you burn when you just need to treat yourself to a little something. Some girls have their like shower scents that they use when they just need to like lift their vibe. This candle is that moment. I've joked that if you've been in 30A and you've been to like Alley's Beach or Rosemary, you have smelled this scent without realizing it, and it's just such a gender neutral one, but I am absolutely obsessed with it. This candle is like that perfect gift, especially if you've got somebody who loves the scent and doesn't necessarily like to wear perfume all the time. Speaking of perfumes, Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I got a dupe of this from Dossier earlier this year, and I'd been wanting to try it, but the price tag was a bit more than I can justify. This is at the top of my Christmas wish list because the scent is just so beautiful. The almond and the cherry, they mix so well and they just wear so beautifully. I'm absolutely in love with this scent because it just smells divine, but it also makes you smell like a snack. There will always be an air up on my gift guide because I just love it and use it so much. I'm somebody who really loves a more blown out look, who wants something that's really easy, something that like just gives me that look of putting a lot of effort into my hair with also helping me to maintain my hair health. And I use this every single time I dry my hair. Even if I'm not using like the brush attachments or like the curling attachments, I used it today to do a straightened look for my hair, and it just gets me out the door and makes it really easy to keep everything smooth, especially if you live somewhere that's got a humidity and you're wanting to like maintain like a natural soft, like not look on your hair. The air up is absolutely worth it, and they just keep getting better and better. Like they keep making better tweaks. It's the investment that you won't regret. Now, as much as I love traveling and going and doing all of the things, there's also that inner homebody in me, and she needs her own section in this gift guide. So the first up is our Barbie X Barefoot Dreams robe. It is everything that you want. It's that chic, cozy moment. It's got the little pink Barbie vibe on the back. It's white. It's gonna be nice and fluffy and comfy. I honestly live in robes from now until like mid-March just because they're so easy to throw on. They're like a nice way to add warmth whenever I'm working from home, and this is that like perfect cozy moment, but also if you just want that like little bit of luxury in your morning routine. I've seen everybody's obsession with the UGG slippers, and I've been an UGG girly for slippers for actual years. Like they were the thing that I dreamed about when I was standing on set for hours because I knew that my feet would be so comfortable once I got home and put them on. But these from Sorel are giving that like, again, winter vibe, casual vibe, cozy vibe. Like they're a little bit teddy. They've also got their chicness in them, and they're just so comfy. I would wear these out, but I also might not wear them out. I feel like they're that kind of shoe. They could look a little bit too slippery, so you have to pair them with the right outfit. But either way, they're going to be really comfortable at home, and they're just like a nice, fun, homebody, cozy moment. Now, I always add the Venus de Fleur flowers because I just feel like it's a nice touch to have a set of flowers that you know are going to last for an extended amount of time. You don't have to worry about changing them. They add a little bit of elegance with just their presence of being in the acrylic box, and wherever you put them is going to add that little bit of extra. You're not going to have to worry about changing them, which is great, but they're also, you know, not so like big and bulky and taking a lot less space. They're really, really subtle, so they just add a little bit of something wherever you go. But there's also different variations. You can go with the small, which is the 5 flowers in the box, or you can increase. They have multiple options available. Now, I bought this 80s century style book for my mom a couple of Christmases ago. I buy her like a coffee table book every single year, and I feel like this is a nice way to just get inspiration for creating your cozy home, but it's a really neutral book, so like you can put it anywhere in your house. There's not like a house that probably wouldn't work with this book, because it is that basic and neutral, but it's also really functional and really useful, and it gives you tons and tons of ideas. It is quite big. She is a little bit heavy, but it's honestly one of those gifts that like you can't go wrong in sharing this with a friend. I fell in love with Jeff Latham many, many years ago, somewhere probably when he was still doing flower designs with the Kardashians, and his like just art, I think is probably the best word for it, is phenomenal. Like every time he creates something, it leaves me speechless, and he's actually created a coffee table book. It is available in Anthropologie, and it's at the top of my wish list this year because it's just so beautiful. The designs are so elegant. It's really adding in that like gorgeous art all in one place. You really get to take inspiration from, but you also just get to enjoy. I feel like this would be a fun book to display somewhere and kind of change the pages as you want to flip throughout the seasons. His work is so breathtaking, and to have it all in one place, so excited. So this is a very practical gift, but we're taking in the homebody section, and there have been a few of these this year where they have the binders or the folders that really allow you to kind of organize all of your essentials in your life. Now, obviously this needs to be stored in something that's like a fire safe place or a fireproof place, or maybe something like a deposit box at a bank, somewhere that keeps it safe. But I love that this like keeps everything organized, especially for the people who have a lot of paperwork. Maybe you just want to be prepared in case something happens to you. I'm thinking about that more and more as I get older, and as I've lost parents and family members, having everything all in one place, that makes it really easy to find, but it also makes it really easy for somebody who loves you to find should they need it, is super helpful. So adding it to the section because I feel like it's something that we all just need to talk about this year. Now, if you're going to be a homebody, there's always time for a puzzle, and I love this Parisian Paris puzzle. It is also in the travel section, so we're bumping it up here, but it's a fun, just cozy way to spend an evening at home. It's really colorful. It's not one that's going to be the easiest, but it's not the hardest. Like there's definitely a lot of very similar colors. The Eiffel Tower is in a couple of different colors. I'm not somebody who normally frames my puzzles, but I feel like this is one that I would actually frame and place somewhere in my. I need more vases. That's like a staple for me. Vases, vases, however you want to say it. And I really like this green one from Anthropologie. I also feel like this is a gift you can't get wrong. There are tons of people who don't have enough of these and they never think to buy them. So if you give a gift like this, you can also include flowers in it. It's just the like perfect moment and they're going to get absolutely tons of use out of it. One of the more popular things I've seen this year is the bookshelf edition of games. The idea that you can have these games and store them somewhere, and it's just a lot more aesthetic. It's also probably going to save a lot more space and have like Candyland and all of the different games that you might want to play that are a bit more classic. And this one is just one of my favorites. There are a few options available, but it's one of those that I just feel like is super functional, but it also saves space. And if you're an aesthetic girly, it's perfect because you just get to add that like nice chic moment instead of all the mishmash boxes that end up getting broken and like messed up into your wherever you're storing things. And then finally for our homebodies, we have a Pura. And I have seen so many friends talk about these. I really like that they continue to expand the different scent options available. And there's so many more that are really kind of from the candle side of things. It's not just the brands that maybe have been there before and they've been like kind of those classic, you buy them at Target. Like now you're getting Capri Blue, you're getting all of these different luxury brands that are adding these scents that you can scent your home with, and I think that's so phenomenal. This is just the individual Pura, but you could buy it with the set of whatever flavors or whatever scents that you're thinking. I know that they have them in a few places. It's worth checking on Amazon, Anthropologie, and I'm sure there's one more, but I will let you know in the description box below. I feel like there are a few trends in the fitness girly section, and we're either in our Pilates era, running era. Some of us are maybe still in our weightlifting era. Maybe we're coming into it, coming out of it, but there are things that just add to the vibe of that experience. And the first thing on the list has nothing to do with all of those, and it is a pickleball set. I have a friend, we've talked about playing tennis before, but she's like, I really like pickleball. I'm a little nervous to play. I've heard some people say that playing pickleball has messed up their tennis swing, but I also just think it would be a lot of fun, and this would be a great thing to gift to a friend that maybe you want to spend more time with in the new year. This is like your thing of, hey, like, let's do this together and spend some time being active and spend some time having fun. And it's just such a fun, like, vibrant set. Of course, it's from Anthropologie. I love it. I have this specific top from Lululemon, and I really feel like I'm a huge fan of long sleeve UPF tops year round. They are essential for me, especially for protecting my skin with where I live. I want to make sure that I'm not adding to any sun damage and that I'm making sure that I'm clean and clear and good to go. And this top is really nice and that it's long enough that you could totally cover your hands. I am a shorter arm girly, so I tend to roll it up a little bit more, but it works for protecting my hands from cold, but also protecting from the sun, and really isn't too heavy. Even if it gets soaked with your sweat and is kind of collecting it as you go, it's not going to be like too much for your body. It's still really lightweight. I've worn this for the last few months when I've gone for runs, and it's been just that like perfect addition to add into my activities without it being like too heavy or too much. I'm forever and always a fan of the slip scrunchies, and this is the perfect time of the year to get the little sets because they always have little pyramid ones. So this is the nice colorful set. I think it's either from Sephora or Nordstrom, and honestly, your girlfriends could always use them. Your actual girlfriend, whomever you're buying for. We're all running out of scrunchies all the time, where they're always stretching out, and at some point we need new ones. Now, I've heard so many things from all the runner girlies about their Beats over some of the other headphones, especially from those who've been training for half marathons and marathons. A lot of them have said they've gone in and they've ditched their AirPods. Like, it just wasn't comfortable for that amount of time, and I can see that. A, some of it being actual comfort. B, some of it being that they die. And these are the ones that have got the best reviews out of all of the reviews that I read online, and they come in several different colors. So if you're like a neutral person or you want something brighter, this is on my personal wish list this year. And I just feel like a lot of people, New York Marathon just passed, a lot of people are getting into running, a lot of people just want to upgrade their headphones and be a little bit more comfortable, and this is that like gift for a friend that you have that maybe is looking to upgrade or invest or expand in whatever area of wellness that they're taking care of themselves this year. I did add this gorgeous sports bra from Athleta because I really like it, and I feel like finding a good sports bra that is like enough support for running and other activities, but also gives that like casual chic vibe that maybe you want for Pilates. It has a little bit of detailing to it. I like that it's got the crisscross bands on the back. This is one that I've been wearing for the last few months, and I really like it, and it comes in a couple of different colors. We're also adding in a sun visor just because it's a nice, easy thing to have. Everybody's a little bit different about what they want to wear when they run. Sometimes you like a sunglass, sometimes you like a visor. I have this one. I've worn it a little bit. I could probably test it a bit more just for like covering and protecting. You can't really do a sunglass with it, but I do like that it just gives you that option to keep everything sun safe and isn't too much if maybe you don't want a hat to like ruin your hair and you're not big on sunglasses. I could not talk about running or fitness without talking about my beloved Athleta leggings. I will die in these. I wear them so freaking much. They're pretty much the only leggings that I wear for any time of run because they have compression and then they snatch the waist. They don't fall down. I am very much somebody who has a significantly smaller waist than my hips, and one of the things that happens over time is a lot of times you stretch them out and like you get to a point where they're just falling off. And sometimes you have that tie band, but nothing ever gets them as tight as like a compression situation, and this will make your curves look snatched no matter how curvy you are. Now, I am somebody who gets shin splints really easily, and I went and got fitted for shoes a couple of years ago. And the Bondi 8s and the Bondi 7s have been my, like, from Hoka, have been my go-to running shoe. They're ones I recommend for everybody who's maybe dealing with that kind of issue. You have like a higher arch, you're somebody who gets shin splints really easily. These are a great option for that. Hokas aren't cute. Like, you can't get around, you can get good colors, but they're chunky. They're gonna be chunky. Like, you're not hiding the fact that you're wearing Hokas. So if you're gonna wear them, either you want them to be something that matches with all of your outfits, they actually need to be comfortable, they actually need to be cushiony. I really like that these are quite cushiony, which makes all the world of difference for somebody who's running like me and needs that extra bit of cushion, and you will get so much use out of them. I love that they have a completely all black option, because then I don't have to worry about like not matching my outfit. Now, I've been looking at sauna blankets for like the last 6 months because I wanted something that would really suit the lifestyle that I'm in right now, but wouldn't take up a lot of space. And this one really caught my eye. I like that you can take your arms out if that feels a little bit more overwhelming, but it's also something that you can just kind of lay in and easily get the benefits of a sauna, helping with your sleep, helping with stress, helping with recovery, just helping you to feel more relaxed and kind of combat the stuff that maybe you don't realize you're carrying in your life. And this is under $200, which is great because a lot of sauna things are really bulky, take up a lot of room, and they're also a lot more expensive. Now, I discovered this water bottle a few months ago on the Burners Gel, and I haven't actually tried it yet, but I really like the idea of it. And all of the reviews I read were phenomenal. And it's a water bottle that tracks your water intake. So if you're somebody who really just is inconsistent with water, or you want some help, like you track everything else, you're like me, you have an Oura Ring, you have an Apple Watch, you have all the things that are helping you track your life, but there are certain little details you want to make a little bit easier without you having to think about them. This is the option for that because it's a water bottle that does it for you. So you just fill it up as you drink, it tracks throughout the day, and then you can kind of go from there. Use that knowledge to maybe pinpoint it with your recovery and other things that you have going on. But it's information that you probably need, but you don't have to actually do the work of tracking yourself. And then the last of this section is Theragun Mini. I put this off forever because I thought I really want the big one. Like, I need to get the big one and invest in like the bigger Theragun. And then I got to the point where I just thought, I'm just gonna invest in the smaller one. Like, it's gonna be great. Worst comes to worst, I use it for travel. I love it. I use it all of the time. And it's really great for certain sections that maybe you don't realize are a problem. There are a lot of things that I've learned from my physical therapist as I've gotten into running more, or in times where maybe I've stopped to come back and found that different things are working differently for my body. Really utilizing foam rolling, really utilizing pressure massages, and really being able to kind of help my body recover. This is great for that in ways that maybe it's a little bit harder for me to get into spots with the foam roller. It might be hard for me to like sit in that spot. It might be a little bit challenging to get at the right angle. This is really amazing for that. It's also really great at helping you warm up your muscles before whatever workout you're gonna do. 90% of my content these days is fashion based, and I feel like if you're shopping for a fashion lover, it's something that you have to be really conscious of, because a lot of us, if they really like fashion, already have a nice long wish list. We already know a lot of things that we want, or maybe we just want to gift card. Like, those are your best options. That being said, there are some pieces that are going to be universally probably loved, and if you feel like this is their vibe, this is a great place to get that inspiration for this particular category, or maybe get inspiration for yourself for what you might want to put on your wish list. Now, I'm loving a Teddy moment as far as bags this year. I feel like leather is really great, but again, sometimes we just want the cold vibes even though we're in like warmer weather. This Marc Jacobs Teddy is such a cute small bag that really gives you all of those vibes, but it's not too much. It's just a little bit of something, and it's also crossbody. I like that those are really good options during this time of the year if you've got bulkier stuff going on and you just want to be able to sling a bag over you. You want to walk around, you want to be active, you want to be doing whatever. That is a perfect option for this, and it's just like that cute little size. I'm a big fan of a wrap belt. I'm currently wearing one because I feel like with a lot of outfits, sometimes you just need a little bit of help snatching in the center, and it's something that really easily transforms pieces that you already have in your wardrobe. So maybe you've got a t-shirt dress, maybe you're a big sweater dress person, maybe you're somebody who's kind of pairing in pieces in your closet and things aren't like totally fitting the way that they want to. This slip skirt is actually a little bit big on me, but the moment that I add this belt in, it really just snatches me to the center, and it's such an easy thing to do. And there's so many different color variations available. So this one is from Saks, and I really like that it's got the individual belting layers to add that bit of fun detail. It's really very chic. You could wear it in tons of different ways. You could also use it into spring with like a white t-shirt dress. So many options available, and it's just gonna add that bit of to your look. I always throw a basic watch on here because I feel like as much as I like my Apple Watch, there's a lot of times where you don't want to wear it. Like, it's just not adding to the vibe. And Michael Kors does gorgeous watches every single year. I've had so many different Michael Kors watches over the years, and I really like this specific watch because it kind of melds in with the belt that we were talking about, but it's like nice lighter brown leather. Like, it's not too deep. You're going to be able to wear it with quite a bit more. Even if you're somebody who tends to wear more black pieces in your wardrobe, this is just going to add that little bit of lightness to your look, and it's such like an elegant, timeless moment. You're gonna get many years for out. When it comes to boots, I am definitely looking for the more knee-high boots this year, but mid-sized calf girlies no, curvier calf girlies no. We know it's a struggle. This one from Schutz is a little bit wider and it's a little bit taller. And the thing about Schutz boots is if you don't get them in the year that they sell them, you're not gonna get them. Like, once they sell through, they are not coming back. Very few pieces from Schutz are like regular return pieces. Now, I do have some of their booties, and the Mika is a staple, and it's one that I will swear by. I have them in multiple colors and I absolutely love them. But this like croc booty is just a fun moment. It's a way to embrace that trend. It's a way to add a little bit of fun into something. If you're somebody who wears a lot of black, or you're somebody who just wants to add a little bit of texture, this is that vibe, and it's going to work for a little bit of a bigger calf than what traditional boots normally fit. I have tried a few things from Skims, and everything I've tried so far I love, and this like black lacy bralette is just such a moment. It comes in pink. I can't remember which collection this is from, but it's such a cute chic moment that you could pair easily under something if you wanted to add a little bit of that center vibe. We talked about this in like a recent styling video, but I just love it. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's for your partner, maybe it's for like a little bit of lace and a little bit of fun in your look, and it's just such a cute little bralette. Now, this is a bit more on the luxury side, but I feel like we needed a very shiny gold moment. And I'm actually really surprised with the prices with some of the Givenchy bags. This is one that I feel like is a staple size. This is a staple style for them, but this particular bag really plays into the metallic trend. So I really like that it's giving that vibrant gold moment. Like, it's just gonna be the piece that adds that bit of fun to a look. And if you're somebody like me who's been really playing with metallics more, this is that bag that's just going to draw you in, but you're going to have so much fun when you do style it. I feel like we can't do a gift guide without recommending a pair of pajamas, and this silk short set is one of the things that I feel like one of the sets that I've been the most drawn to this year, because sometimes you just want like a cozy moment. You want to be able to add on other layers, and then you want to get in the bed. You want to have a tank and a short kind of moment. I like that it comes in different colors. I like that it's a little bit more open. It's got that like split back kind of a vibe, and of course it's pink because that's the moment. The other thing I really like about this is that it does have the splits on the legs, so that's something that as somebody who has curvier hips, a lot of the times you get the waist that fits and you don't get the hips that fit. So with this, you have a little bit more of an option to get something that's going to fit you without it just being kind of funky in all of the other areas. We have another YSL bag because I feel like everybody needs like a wristlet moment. Sometimes you just need a really simple clutch, and this color is just one of those that's perfect for that, and it's going to be really kind of neutral, something that's really usable, that works for tons of different outfits. I have lots of friends who are not big purse people, but this is something I could give them that would work for any kind of occasion, and they would be able to use it and they would love it. I'm slowly adding more headbands into my collection because I feel like that's just such a fun thing to do with longer hair and to really kind of set the vibe and add a bit of fun into your look. Very Blair Waldorf, and this bedazzled one has really caught my eye from Saks this year. We have to have some kind of sweater to match with all of our other brown moments, and this is just a really nice kind of neutral one. There's a little bit of the white in the arms, so you're getting a little bit of that like blocking going on, but it's still really chic, really wearable over a slip dress, a slip skirt, you know, with your favorite jeans, and a totally casual way, a totally upscale way. It's just one of those that you're gonna get tons of use out of, and it's the perfect brown fall. I always love to have like a branded belt moment because I feel like sometimes you just need a place that you really want to draw the eye, and sometimes it's with the logo. The Valentino belts have been one of my favorites for the last few years, and I really like this like pinky white option. It's just something a little bit different for what you're normally styling this time of year. And of course, we have our classic Uggs. Now, I bought these in pink last year. I think that getting them in brown can be a little bit challenging. I totally would wear them in brown, but I also really like the pink moment. These are really great, especially if you're somebody who gets really hot with having the taller Uggs and you want something that's just really simple. These are really comfy, these are really chic, these are really easy to wear, and they're something that I go for a lot of times when I'm traveling or when I'm just like running out of the house. These are kind of my like go-to like throw-on shoes from mid-November until end of February. You know, if you have a Booktok girly in your life, you know she likes to be cozy, you know she likes to be comfy, you know she's probably got a slight caffeine addiction. So these are the gifts that you're going to want to give her. And it is a Kindle holding stand, like an iPad holding stand, something that attaches to the side of your bed and lets you just hold your Kindle device there. So you can be really comfy with all of your pillows, not holding at the really weird angles, making your shoulder fall asleep, dropping a Kindle on your face. There's also the additional clicker that comes with it. So you can just buy the body pillow, get really comfy, get all situated, and read your book in your cozy little moment. I love that whenever we talk about red flags on Booktok, we all have decided there are plenty that we would accept in our book boyfriends and never in real life. And this sticker is the perfect summation of that. The reason you fall for the villain over the hero of the story is because the hero will choose the world over their lover, but the villain will burn it right down for insulting his queen. Love that for us. I also feel like this is great if you're somebody who likes to have the stickers on the inside of your Kindle case, or you just maybe want a few more Booktok inspired stickers. I'm notorious for being the bookstore for my friends, but I feel like sometimes I forget what I've given them and they forget that it's come from me. So there are a couple of different from the library stamps that I've included in this year's gift guide because they're just really easy. If you want the more like press version of like the notary stamp that like clicks it and you have all of that indentation, or if you want something that's a little bit more traditional in the stamping option, those are really great. I also use the app Libib, which is really great for being able to track your inventory. So if you need to know, yes, I bought this book in this copy, or yes, I had this book, just being able to kind of keep up with what you own is perfect. It's really easy to use and it's free. I am an iced coffee girl year round, and this cup surmises everything that all of us Booktok girlies suffer with, is starting a book before bed. Like, we know we shouldn't do it. There's just one more chapter. We're up till 3 a.m. We've read the whole thing. We were just gonna read a little bit and we read the entire book, and now we need to unwind, and somehow we're still a little bit like scatterbrained. One day we might learn, but probably not. Now, this like hospital style bed that slides underneath, that really gives you the desk in bed if you wanted to be perfectly cozy, have all of your snacks, never need to leave your space. I have this in my office and I use it in a couple of different ways for like shooting and other stuff. And these are really great for just being able to work, maybe have more space and working in your bed, or if you're somebody who wants something that's like a desk, but you don't want to have to worry about it shifting anytime you move. This is really nice for that because it's just going to slide under and it's easy to kind of tuck away when you're not using it. I am absolutely due for a new Kindle, and I feel like you just can't beat having a really good Kindle option. Like, I love my iPad, I read on my iPad all the time, but I feel like there's something just about the non-glare of the Kindle, the ease of the Kindle, like just having it all kind of seamlessly there. Plus, it's just one of those options you absolutely won't regret buying. I saw this little pouch and I feel like it just surmises something that we all love in our Booktok boyfriend. Moily gray is my favorite color. I added a few more stickers in, and then the last thing that I saw this year that I feel like is really great for those of you who read like hardback books is this light that sticks in. So it's not one that like goes on the top, but it's almost this like bigger, clearer, like kind of hangs out within the book. It's hard to describe it. I'll put it on screen, but this is something that I saw that everybody was talking about it. Absolutely loved it, and I feel like it's one of those gifts that if you're somebody who really likes a hardback, this is perfect for that. Now, I am somebody who likes to travel regularly, and I feel like the more that I travel, the more that I kind of learn more about my systems and tweak my systems and update them and upgrade them. And honestly, depending on the kind of work that I'm doing at any given time, these are changing. But my current travel picks this year are some of my favorite that I found. I'm loving some of the new luggage from Bay that's really that like classic chic leather style. It's just so nice. It's so beautiful. The new Bay pieces are just doing the most on a budget. I'm somebody who's always tweaking my travel systems for what I'm packing, and because of that, I have versions of what I do when I travel in the car versus what I'm doing when I travel for a plane. I really like this makeup bag because it allows me to have all of my products in one place, specifically like bigger hair products. So if I need to pack something like a bigger hairspray, or maybe I'm packing some of my like full-size hair products because I'm gonna be going away for a longer amount of time, this fits really easily all in one space for me, and I can tuck my hairbrushes and everything in there along with all of my makeup stuff. I have a bag that carries my air wrap and like my hot tools, but a lot of times I just feel like I need a place to keep my brushes, or I need a place to keep a brush and a bigger brush and like things that I always forget or probably need to have like a permanent version of, and this makeup bag is great for that. It also has little pouches. It's just got all of the little compartments, but it's still really gorgeous, and it's really kind of chic in that side. Some of them are just a little bit not on the quality level. I saw this hat magnet a couple of years ago on things I bought and liked, and it's just one of those things like I've seen it before and I meant to put it in gift guides. And I feel like if you're somebody who likes to travel with a hat, or maybe you're going on a tropical vacation and you want to have a hat and you don't want to have to pack it in like a hat box and get it really smushed, I like this just clips on the side of your bag and is effortless that way. There are a couple of different versions of this sling bag, but I feel like having a bag that you can wear for like effort and ease if you're traveling and you're doing a lot of activities where you're walking around and you just want something that really keeps things like on your body up close and personal. We just did our Paris guide on the channel, and that's something that I talked about, is pickpocketing is really common. So I feel like it's always helpful to have some kind of bag like this that really just allows you to keep it right here on your person, that's got enough space to fit everything you want. I like that there's a little pocket that's really great for putting in a room key, and it's going to be something that's weather resistant, water resistant, so you're going to be able to get the most out of it no matter where you go or what situation you find yourself in weather-wise. Now I added both the AirTag rings and the AirTags because I just feel like this is something that is becoming more and more important for us to have within our luggage and however we're packing. I love the idea of just chucking an AirTag in, but I also feel like it's really nice to be able to have like a little holder where you can keep and clip it on whatever it is that you were trying to track. I'm always on the hunt for the perfect like carry-on bag that goes over whatever carry-on like rolling bag that I'm using, and this one has been in my like wish list for a while now. I like that it comes in a bunch of different colors. It's gonna wear really well, but it's not gonna be too big, so it's gonna be overstuffed or it's gonna be super heavy. I feel like having the right style bag that's easily accessible, that's under the seat in front of you, that gives you all of the options that you need, that makes it easy to pack everything, but is also like gotta work for all of the different shapes and sizes, is really helpful. And I'm loving this Dagny Dover collection. If you haven't gotten on board with packing cubes, they will absolutely change your life. They just make packing and then like dealing with everything when you get home so much easier. I always pack with packing cubes, and then before I leave to come home for a trip, I will repack everything, putting all of my dirty clothes in really specific cubes, so that when I come back, it's just easy to separate everything, and I can easily put all of the stuff that needs to go in the laundry there, and anything that I can put back in my closet where it needs to go. But this is also great if you're somebody who's notorious for like overpacking. That means if you're like pulling all of your stuff out at the airport, then you're not having to like fight everything in the same capacity to get it back in, because it's in packing cubes and it's really easy to maneuver and like move around with stuff. I feel like everyone needs a really big scarf, because it's just one of those travel essentials that helps you in multiple ways. It's something that really works easily on an airplane to kind of cover you up, to give you that extra bit of warmth, that it's not going to be too bulky. You can wear it as a blanket if you need it. You can kind of fold it up and add a little bit of cushion as a pillow. It's going to be something that if you need extra warmth and extra layering wherever you go, you have that as an option. Having a wider scarf just kind of covers your bases, and I feel like it's a regular travel girl's like go-to essential, just because you know that you're not going to go wrong by having it, because you can do so many things with it. And because we're, of course, I'm on a Paris kick, I found this book called Timeless Paris from Anthropologie. Anthropologie is the best books at this time of the year, and I feel like this is just one of those, like, if you have a friend or maybe who's got Paris on their vision for this year, or dreaming about it, or just really loves Paris, this is the perfect book to kind of give them this holiday season. It's also going to look great on their bookshelf. And last but not least, we have the chefs in our lives. Now, you guys know I've done a Let Us Go review on my channel already, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. More so because I just feel like it didn't fit my lifestyle. There are tons of things I love about it, but overall for me, this is the third year that we've had it, and it ended up being one of those that like, I think I wanted something less fuzzy, and Click and Grow is kind of the option. I really wanted something more than anything that I could have like easy seasonal herbs on the counter, and I love how small this is, how well it works, all of the different options that they give you. There's so many different versions available, but you also just have this like nice little compact thing that sits on your counter and does all of the work for you, and you don't have to worry about the bigger fuss or lots of like really big roots. It's just a little bit more streamlined and low maintenance. I could not live without our Breville frother. I use it every single day. I love it for hot chocolate because I feel like it just does a great job at mixing everything well. If you're somebody who likes the hot matcha, it's perfect for that. But I also use it every single day for my lattes or any kind of like frothy milk moment. This has just been the thing that's been in our kitchen for the last 2 years. Somebody that I follow raved about it, and I bought it, and like I would recommend it to everybody, and I have recommended it to every single person. I absolutely love our tea kettle in our kitchen. I feel like having a hot water kettle is something not enough people do, and it's just so helpful. I utilize this a lot, especially if I'm cooking pasta or anything where I need like hot water first. It's so much quicker to heat your kettle, heat the water on your kettle, put it in the pot that you need to be boiling in if you're not somebody who has the hot water thing on top of your stove. I know it's more common for UK people. We don't tend to do that in the US, but I use it all the time. I also really love how like streamlined this is, how like easy and elegant and simple and just clean this specific one looks. It's got that really chic kind of spout. It's really thin, but it's also going to give you like everything that you want in a kettle and look really nice on your counter at the same time. I spent the first few years after I moved out after college with only cast iron pans, with only the like Stod La Creuset type of pans, and I feel like they're the best investment you can make. And this particular set from Stod is one of those. It's just a nice gift because it's got 3 different pans that are really going to give you the options to do a lot of stuff. I feel like not enough people have the right size pan for the soup that they want to make, or that they have like just even the most like basic options that really kind of covers you. You want something that's smaller, you want something that's medium, you want something that's bigger, and this easy to use set kind of covers all of those bases, but it's also really easily storable because it kind of stacks. We are a waffle household through and through, and I love the idea of having something that's a little bit seasonal to add the fun to your like Saturday morning, Wednesday morning waffle routine, whatever the case may be. There's a couple of different like options for holiday ones, but I think the snowflake one is just really fun. Now I did put a rice cooker on here this year because I just feel like it's something that if you love it and you don't have it, like if you love rice, you love grains, you love that kind of portion of your routine, but you don't have it, you're gonna absolutely love it. It's gonna be a game changer for you. Now we have a couple of different coffee pieces this year, 2 French presses on here. We have the La Crusade one. It gets used every single evening at our house because my mom likes to make a batch amount of coffee before she goes to work, some to have here, some to have at work. I'm personally a big fan of our Terra Cafe. We've had it for 3 years now. We've had no issues with it. I know there are some people who've had some moments. I had a great experience with it overall. Like they did not know I was buying it. They did not know I was reviewing it. We have had a wonderful experience with it. It's something you need to regularly clean. It's something you need to keep up on top with. I have a full, really detailed review in the blog, but like I love it. I use it every day. We really wanted something that wasn't going to be over that like $1,000 mark. I think it's like $8.95 right now, and there are a few places to get discounts, so I will leave that information in the description box below. But it's one of those that like I needed somebody in my house over 60 who could really just push a button and get whatever she wanted, and that gives us that option. We use the Americano, we use the espresso. The frothing side of it is not the best, which is why we use our Breville frother, but it is something that like gets used every single day, and we've used it like multiple times a day for the last 3 years, and it's just so good. I do have a couple of Always pans, and honestly they are still some of my favorites. I think I got my first Always pan in 2020. They reached out and sent it to me, and then I've since gotten 2 different other ones. I have the same original Always pan in like a peachy color and a purple color, and then I also have in the cast iron, and the interior of it is just works so beautifully. Like it stayed consistently good. Of course there's some scratching and some wear and tear from it. We're not the best at keeping the color all pretty, so there's definitely that kind of stainage happening, but like the actual everyday usage of it, like it's still got the really good like non-stick. Like if we're going to use a pan in the kitchen, we're going to use an Always pan, and I have tons of other pans that we've had for years that just have not lasted, that are meant to be of this quality, that look terrible because they just don't hold up over time, and the Always pans have been the... Alright guys, this video is probably going to be really long, so I will leave you to it, but that is everything in the gift guide there. I'm not going to put individual links to everything. Instead, we're going to do a link to the blog post. This is all organized and easy for you to shop below, so you can see the visual picture of all of it. It's just a lot simpler to shop versus having like a million links, but there will be 2 more gift guides coming. So gifts for mom, and then our gifts that are under $50 will also be coming to the channel. I'm going to do my Christmas wish list, and that will be on the blog, but if you want to check out last year's version, that's already live, and I will link it in the description box below. So I love you. It is a good day to have a good day. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I upload new videos every week, and I will see you all in my next video, which will either be a vlog or a Christmas video. Not sure yet.